In this video, we are going to be analysing Rumble, ticker RUM. If you want your own stock analysed, throw it in the comments and we'll get round to it when we can. Right now, we're sitting at around $9.14. Now, what is the key thing is obviously we do have earnings coming in or coming out on May 15th. So that's really what we're paying attention to 5 days from now. So the first thing I want to be paying attention to are what are the options pricing in. And as we can see, the 19th of May expirations, again, we can't look at the 12th because that's before the earnings. But the 19th of May, that includes the earnings release, is pricing in a move of $1.28. So that's basically what we dotted out here from the open. So now we have a support at $8.40 and a resistance at $10.90. So basically what we expect is the stock to kind of basically just trade within this range before the release. Now, sometimes we do obviously come to the options high or low, and if we do, what we usually tend to see is it's very rare that you actually bounce exactly on this level. What you tend to actually get is you tend to kind of snap through on the day. Usually it happens near the open or kind of the first hour and a half of the open. And then, you know, you're coming into that kind of 10:30, 11 o'clock Eastern time reversal period. And then what you tend to see is kind of that snap below. So that's what I'd really be paying attention to, is if we snap below one of these levels in the morning before our earnings release. Again, it doesn't have to be on the day of the earnings release, but anytime before. Then really looking to play a reversal play. That will be my first trade opportunity that I'm paying attention to on Rumble. And then obviously if it snaps below it, look to play the reversal. Again, mainly probably play it through the options. They tend to be quite liquid on Rumble, especially coming into the earnings, so we should be all right playing it through the options. But again, if it's a day trade, we can definitely still look to trade it through shares. Now, the next thing I want to be paying attention to is then where are our deviation levels. So on the left, we have a 6-month. On the right, we have a 1-year chart. So we want to find basically where do these, well, basically where the levels, but we ideally want to find them outside of the option range. So what we have at 990, we have our first deviation resistance on both the 6-month and the 1 year. Now, I probably won't pay too much attention to this level. Reason for that is, again, where are we? Very close to where we currently are, but even coming into earnings, if we're between the option priced high and low, doesn't make too much sense to be focusing on a level, on that kind of level, because they just don't tend to be as strong. So I'd really be waiting for a break outside of the option levels before looking to take a trade. So I'll kind of take that level off and instead focus on, if we're looking at resistances, we're looking at around $11.60. If we break that, we're looking at around $13.45 and a final resistance at $15.22. Again, we're probably not going to push up, you know, to the $13 or the $15. But again, it's better to be prepared on these earnings releases just in case we do get quite a big move, because we've only had one from Rumble before, but it did make quite a big move. If we kind of check what kind of move this did, it did push, you know, around 25%. So there's definitely room to have quite a big move. So the main focus I would have is kind of the range between 1090 and 1165. That would be my main focus on Rumble if we push to the upside. And to the downside, obviously, we have that support at $8.40. And then I'll be paying around to an $8. Because, again, psychological level, which make that level even stronger. But it is also our statistical mean. So, again, using that as the other zone. So what we'll actually do is we'll kind of drop both of these zones down. And then we will zoom out just to this chart just to make everything a bit clearer. So what I'm basically then paying attention to coming into the release, what is going to be my plan? So what I'd mainly be focusing on is, firstly, if we go to the upside, again, depending if pre-release, looking to play the reversal off this level. After the release, what I'm really waiting for then is a break above this level and then to test this zone. So between 1090 and 1160 as a support. If this level can hold, then looking to play direction to that next level, which in this case would be 1345. And really the first time we come into this, really looking to play that more as a downtrend. Reason for that is, again, if we zoom out, we can see we're kind of sticking near those highs. Again, this is a 3-month chart. If we're staying near those highs, ideally we want to be shorting nearer those highs, then obviously a lot lower. So that's one of the main things I want to be paying attention to. Then onto the support side, if we end up breaking down off this earnings release, again, before earnings, just looking to play a bounce off of this level. But if the earnings come out, again, we'll probably snap through the level. And if so, then I'm waiting for a break below $8, come back to retest it as a resistance. If this range can hold, then looking to play the momentum to the downside. And again, really, we can just use psychological levels as our key target. So $7 would be a key one. But if we want a deviational support, then we can be looking at around 630, which is our first deviation of both the 6-month and the 1 year. So that is our breakdown on Rumble. If you enjoyed the video, why not drop a like and subscribe, and check out this analysis video.